How's it going, guys? So yeah, been a while, probably what, almost a year since I've done a Madden video, and obviously you guys can tell I'm not even doing a face cam, mainly because I just want this to be pretty low key, and something that we can just kind of like enjoy doing. This will also be like one of the longer videos I do. Anytime I've done Madden videos, they're usually like maybe 20 minutes max. This one I wouldn't be surprised if it's 45 to an hour long. It's gonna be a slow burn, but the thing is, I really enjoy long rebuilds, and I know other people do too, so I'm gonna take my shot at it, especially because of how eventful this offseason has been. And if you guys do enjoy these, I will definitely do more of them. But as you guys can see, we're gonna be doing the Steelers today, and it's been a really interesting offseason for the Steelers, to say the least. I feel like since I was gonna do this series, I might as well start with my team. And I'm gonna try to keep it somewhat realistic, but this is Madden, so please keep that in mind. And I will let you guys know that all the rosters are updated. So like if we go into the rosters here, you guys can see that any additions that have been made in the offseason, like Patrick Queen is here, Justin Fields is here, as well as Russell Wilson. Also, it's not just the Steelers, like the rest of the NFL. I downloaded a roster that has everyone. So like if we go to the Falcons, they have Kirk Cousins. And also the contracts are updated too, so everything is gonna pretty much be how it is right now in the offseason. And I know that Madden also doesn't have a start today because they hate us all, Madden fans. They hate us. And so I did go into, I'll show you guys. I had to go into user teams and basically like take over as many teams as possible so I could fix the draft order. But as you guys can see here, every other team is on autopilot, so I'm not even controlling them. So even though we do have Russell Wilson and Justin Fields is seemingly going to be the future of the Steelers. So we are going to treat this as if this is the Justin Fields rebuild. And especially with him only having 2 years on his contract, now that we've picked up his 5th-year option, I want us to win a Super Bowl in his rookie contract. Pittsburgh has been aggressive this offseason, so clearly they want to win now, and that's exactly what we're going to do. I have 2 years to get us a Super Bowl. Okay, so looking at the roster, obviously massive change from last season. First of all, the quarterback room being Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, as well as the wide receiver room being basically George Pickens, Calvin Austin, and Van Jefferson. Offensive line is mediocre to say the least. We're in desperate need of a center as well as a right tackle. I know Broderick played right tackle last season, but his natural position is a left tackle. So if I can keep him at left tackle for his career, that's what I'd like to do. And obviously one of the best running back tandems in the league with Najee Harris and Jalen Warren. And then in the defensive, not too many changes for the most part, except for the additions of Elliott, Jackson, and Patrick Queen. Jackson we obviously got for trading Deontay to Carolina, and then Elliott and Queen were our additions in free agency. Now, as you guys can see, the next thing that's basically on the agenda is to do the draft, but before that, there is one important thing I want to do first. Pittsburgh has 2 players with their upcoming 5th-year options that they can either accept or decline in Najee Harris and Justin Fields, and honestly, I'm going to accept both of them. I do think Pittsburgh will do this as well. I know a lot of people are questioning if Pittsburgh is going to pick up Justin Fields' 5th-year option, but I think that they will at least pick up that 5th-year option just because then they have 2 years to really evaluate Justin. I don't think you would trade for him without him being like somewhat in your future plans. And then Najee, obviously 3 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons, and he's just extremely reliable and also just a great player in the locker room, so it wouldn't surprise me. It's probably like a 90% chance that they pick up his 5th-year option, especially with how the running back market is right now. It seems like Najee's destined to get his 5th-year tag. So both these guys, we picked up their tag. Now, this is where it's kind of fun. We're gonna hop into the mock draft because I am really curious where Madden has certain players going. This is the final mock draft before the draft takes place. So Caleb Williams, they do not have Washington taking a quarterback. That's really interesting. They have Jaden Daniels. So they don't even have Drake May in the top 3. That's interesting. And then they have Marvin Harrison falling to the Chargers. Drake May going. Okay, this is really interesting. I'm curious who they're going to mock to us. Amarius Mims. Okay, that's a name that Pittsburgh has been really like associated with in the offseason, especially because of his ties with Georgia. But Amarius Mims as well as, Jackson Powers Johnson are the 2 names that have really been linked to Pittsburgh this offseason. Within the last couple of days of me recording this, and I am recording this on Tuesday, March 19th. So something happens. I'm sorry if this happened before that, okay? But as of today, Brandon Ayuk actually tweeted at Mike Tomlin, so it seems like there is a connection between Brandon Ayuk and Pittsburgh, and there were reports coming out of Pittsburgh that Omar Khan, the GM, wants to push for a wide receiver acquisition, whether it's in the draft or via trade, and Brandon Ayuk is the biggest name. So if I can get Brandon Ayuk for not too expensive, then I think that's what I'm gonna do. So now if I can get Ayuk for pretty cheap, because I don't think Pittsburgh is gonna trade the 1 or the 2 for him. I do think one of the reasons they might have tried to acquire the 3rd-round pick from Philly is to trade that for a wide receiver asset if possible, and if there's nothing there, then they'll just draft wide receiver with that pick. But I really don't think, knowing Madden, I'll be able to get Ayuk. Like, it's probably nowhere close. Yeah. Not even close. The reality of the situation is just because this is Madden, we would probably have to give up multiple firsts to get Brandon Ayuk, when in reality, like, Keenan Allen got sold for a 4th round pick, and that would never happen here. Like, let's actually try that right now. Let's go to the Bears real quick. Let's go see if we can get Keenan Allen for a 4th round pick, just to prove that there's most likely no way I'm gonna be able to acquire someone for true value here. So Keenan Allen, let's throw a 4th at the Bears and see. We don't have a 4th. Okay, let's throw a 3rd at the Bears. It's literally even a better pick. And not even close. So I think that proves my point. I think instead of trading for someone, just because of Madden, I think we'll just draft somebody in the 3rd or 2nd round, depending on how things fall, and then we'll just progress that player, because clearly George Pickens, when we run to our roster real quick, George Pickens is clearly going to be the future of this team. He's going to be the wide receiver 1 Pittsburgh wants him to be. So this is kind of his breakout season. So if we can get a rookie to be our wide receiver 2, I think that's a really good thing to aim for, especially because of how deep this wide receiver class is. Round 2 and round 3 is going to have plenty of wide receivers to pick from. Okay, so since no trades are going to be made, we're just going to start the NFL draft. And I'm actually not going to simulate. I want to watch this out. I'm very curious what Madden is going to do. But rather than waiting the entire time, we're just going to simulate to the next pick. So Bears take Caleb Williams. Do the Wizards. Do the Commanders take a quarterback? They take Jaden Daniels. Wait. No. Who did that? Oh, I wish I could go back and look. So it looks like the Commanders took Joe Alt, which is crazy. That literally makes no sense. They don't have a quarterback on their roster and they didn't. Okay, Madden's gonna Madden. Let's see what the Cardinals do here. In real life, probably gonna take Marvin Harrison Jr., but in Madden, they take Jared Verse. Okay, so this is what all Chargers fans want, because that means that they can get Marvin Harrison Jr. Beautiful. Now, the Giants, why does it keep skipping over people? I'm pretty sure they just took a quarterback. I'm pretty sure they took Drake May. If Drake May's off the board, then he went to, yeah, Drake May's off the board. So the Giants drafted Drake May to follow in the footsteps of Daniel Jones. And then the Titans followed it up with Dallas Turner out of Alabama. Falcons take a right tackle, and now the Bears are back on the clock with the 9th pick. Most people think they're going to take another wide receiver here, but after acquiring Keenan Allen, I would not be surprised if they just went either offensive line or defense. Why did it do that? It skipped over again. That's so annoying. We don't know who the Bears took, but the Jets took Quinton Mitchell out of Toledo. Now we have the Vikings. A lot of people think that the Vikings were going to trade up. The Vikings do have both picks in this draft, but they're probably going to take a quarterback here if I had to guess. Not in real life. Yep, they take JJ McCarthy, who has been rumored to be going to them. Brock Bowers goes to the Broncos. That's really interesting. I actually thought that the Broncos were going to draft a quarterback. So them taking Brock Bowers and they don't have anyone to throw to him is a really interesting decision by Madden. Raiders are another quarterback needy team, so if they wanted to take like, oh no, they took Talise Fuaga out of Oregon State. Okay, I thought they were gonna take one of the remaining quarterbacks like Bo Nix or something, and the Saints take Latu out of UCLA. Honestly, that is a pretty good addition to their defensive front. That is a really good defensive front. Not good enough to win that division, I don't think, but I like the addition. Now, Seattle's on the clock. Seattle, if they wanted to take someone to sit behind Geno, oh no, they have Sam Howell now, so I don't know what they're gonna do. Seattle takes, why didn't it tell me any last 4 picks? So Chop Robinson goes to Jacksonville apparently. And then Troy Fautanu goes to the Bengals, more offensive line to help Joe Burrow out. And we're 1 pick away from ours. Honestly, after this point, we're probably just gonna send the rest of the first round because the top 10 were the really interesting picks heading into this draft, so they take Nate Wiggins out of Clemson. Okay, really interesting. So let's take a look at who's still available. So Malik Neighbors is still available. Oh my God, that's insane. Michael Penix is still on the board as well as Bo Nix. Okay, Madden is an amazing game. So like I was saying earlier, Jackson Powers Johnson and Amarius Mims are the 2 names that have really been linked to Pittsburgh this offseason. So since we're all in for these next 2 years, I need to protect Justin Fields, and we don't even have a center on our roster, and I really do like Jackson Powers Johnson out of Oregon, not just because he's also a Utah kid, but I really do like him. I don't know if he'll translate to Madden, but I think this is the perfect fit for us, so I'm gonna take him here. He is hidden dev. 87 strength isn't what I'd like to see, but A pass block power, A run block, A pass block finesse, A leap. Like, look, there's way too many A's on there. A C awareness I will take. And then now we're just gonna fast forward to our next pick because I don't think it really matters what the rest of the draft does. We can always look at it later. Okay, now taking a look at who's available in round 2. Oh man, look at these wide receivers. Okay, there's good wide receivers left. How about corners? Because corner is actually a really important need for Pittsburgh, as sexy as taking wide receiver would be. TJ Tampa's not bad. I don't hate that. I kind of hate that as a 2nd round pick. just with how deep everything is. I think we actually might go wide receiver here, unless I want to see if there's any right tackles available. Christian Jones, nah. Maybe a left tackle. I'm not high on Patrick Paul, at least this high. So I think we're gonna go wide receiver. Do we go LGBTQIA McConkey? Or do I go Adonai Mitchell? This is really difficult. Okay, even though LGBTQIA McConkey might have better skills and key ratings, the fact that Adonai Mitchell is 6'2", 205 and a year younger than LGBTQIA McConkey, who is 2 inches shorter and 20 pounds lighter, and also Adonai Mitchell's faster, kind of want to do Adonai Mitchell. Please just be hidden dev. I've never used his draft class before. He is hidden dev with 95 speed. He is going to our slot. He is going to be our slot receiver. He's going to be so good. Okay, now the nice thing is we have 2 third-round picks, so we kind of have a little bit of buffer here. If there's 2 players that I like, I have to go corner. And of course, there's still really good wide receivers available. But I need to look at secondary, specifically corner here, because that is a huge need for Pittsburgh. I kind of like DJ James here, especially just like B's across the board is exactly what I want to see right now. Great, solid for Chris. Here we have an elite, but then just a bunch of solids. How does DJ? Elite, good, solid, great, good, and then poor strength. That's okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna take DJ James here. No one else is even really comparing to him. Trying to think if there's anything else we need. I mean, we need offensive line. We need another right tackle because I don't want Dan Moore to be our tackle. So, I mean, Christian Jones is kind of intriguing with our next pick, maybe. No, okay. Because we don't need defensive front. We don't need middle linebacker anymore. We don't need outside linebacker. So, yeah, I think corner is just the way to go here. And DJ James is going to be the move. He's probably normal dev, which I'm okay with. Yeah, normal dev, but I will take that. So we don't have a 4th round pick, so it's going to be a while till we're picking again. We are not taking a wide receiver. I kind of do like taking Christian Jones here. I mean, we could possibly get him with our next pick, but since there is such a big gap in between, I don't really want to risk it. So I think we're just gonna close our eyes, hold our breath, and do this. I mean, come on, he's got AB, so I'll take that. Normal, okay. 84 strength, A pass block, B run block. That's all I can ask for. As long as he's at least like a 72 overall, then he's gonna start. Okay, now we're like hella deep in the draft. I mean, 5th, 6th, and 7th round picks usually don't hit, so these are kind of just shots in the dark. I'm gonna go wide receiver here. Jermaine Burton, I mean, an Alabama receiver who was supposed to go in the first 2 rounds. I don't hate this. I really like Keon Coleman, but I'm just gonna take the upside of Jermaine Burton here. Again, it's a depth pick. Who cares? He's normal dev. I hate. I was really hoping he would be a hidden dev. I'm just gonna sim to the end. We'll see what the computer does. Okay, now the moment of truth. Draft recap. What do we have? Please, just all above 70. That's all I want. Okay, Jax Powers Johnson 75. Love it. Adonai Mitchell 75. Love it. DJ James 72. I don't hate it. Christian Jones at 69. That's nice, but not what I want. And then Jermaine Burton, 71, honestly, is not that bad. They did take a running back who's never going to touch the field and a defensive end who's probably never going to touch the field either. Okay, honestly, we took 2 really young players, Adonai Mitchell and Jackson Powers Johnson, and then also getting DJ James in the 3rd is really good. Now, I am curious, though, how the rest of this draft went. They took Joe Alt. That's such a crazy thing that Madden made them do. Okay. Drake May did go to the Giants. Rome Odunze went to the Bears. That's such a good pairing. So we didn't see that pick, but there were talks with the Bears taking a wide receiver. But after trading for Keenan Allen, I thought they might not. But I guess now they have 3 really good wide receiving options. Oh my God, the Dolphins added Malik Neighbors. That's such a good wide receiver core as well. Oh, we have to face him. So we didn't take Amarius Mims, but now we're going to have to face him twice a year since he went to Baltimore. Honestly, that's a really good offensive line in Baltimore that they're building up. And wow, Niners take a running back in the 1st round? I mean, he's 20, but that's nuts. And then, oh wait, Washington ended up, okay, this is actually kind of genius done, like so well done by Washington. They were able to get Michael Penix Jr. to fall to the 2nd round, and they still got Joe Alt. The upside of that is insane. Okay, now let's update the roster real quick so we can put in all the rookies. I'm going to make changes, obviously. So yeah, Jackson Power Johnson is going to start. They actually think he's better at guard. That's so interesting, but no, he's going to be a center. And I actually, where is our, there he is. I'm going to start Jones instead of Dan Moore just so he can get more reps and hopefully maybe just get like star dev at the minimum. And then Adonai Mitchell is going to be our wide receiver 2, not our wide receiver 3. And then going into specialists, I want to make Adonai Mitchell our slot wide receiver, but I also really want Calvin Austin just because they're both speedy guys. But we want him to get snaps, so Adonai Mitchell is going to go into the slot. And I'm actually going to change Jalen Warren to be our third down running back, mainly because that is what Pittsburgh does for the most part. I mean, you can even tell here there's not that big of a difference between Najee and Jalen. Everything else, though, Patrick Queen is our sub linebacker, Alex Highsmith, Cam Hayward, and TJ Watt is our rushes, and then Demonte KZ. No, I'm putting in DJ James as our slot corner. Again, we want him to get reps. And actually, that reminds me, I need to make sure he's our cornerback 3. He is. Okay, cool. So again, having Joey, Jackson, and James. Wow, we got 3 J's. As our cornerback trio is not ideal, but honestly, it could be worse. I guess we could have maybe gone left end just because Larry O maybe only has like 1 year left, but we'll be fine. We will be fine. Keanu Ben's gonna develop. This is probably Cam Hayward's last season, so we would be nice to win a Super Bowl in the first season. Oh, and also gonna change the playbook because, I mean, very fair, Pittsburgh never simulates well because of who they've had as their offensive coordinator the last 2 years. Thank you, Matt Canada. But now that we have Arthur Smith, I am kind of tempted to just do the Atlanta playbook because Atlanta does simulate pretty well whenever, like, they go to a lot of Super Bowls in Madden Sim. So I don't hate this, especially since it's a West Coast scheme, and that is what really works in Madden. It's West Coast because that's what the Cowboys and the Chiefs also use. And do I want to use zone run or do I want to use spread? Either one will work, honestly. The playbook itself is zone run, so I think we'll just, I mean, West Coast spread is a better fit. Even though the playbook says West Coast zone run, since we have Justin Fields and West Coast spread literally says the quarterback is looking for openings to scramble, and that is what Justin Fields is going to do, we're going to stick with that, and then we're going to stick with the defensive playbook because Pittsburgh usually simulates pretty. Wow! I have never seen usually you have to work for that. Just a straight 100% fit. That's amazing. Okay, this lineup is ready to go into the preseason. I like how they're putting Darnell Washington at fullback. I actually really like that. Having like a 6'6" fullback is awesome. Okay, now we are going to sim to the regular season. Not that wow. Okay, also hold on real quick, look at the team. 89 defense is insane. We just need this offense to be competent, and yeah, if we don't make the playoffs, that's a huge problem. Okay, we're out of preseason. Roster is ready to go. We're about to simulate to the end of the season, and honestly, I know that I said we're gonna be all in because I wanted to win a Super Bowl in the first 2 years so we can get it on Justin Fields' rookie contract, and that's still what we're gonna do. I'm just not gonna make any splash trades this season. I want to see how our rookies progress, and then next season I might trade for like a big name wide receiver and use, high draft capital. I'm just not gonna do that this season because I want to see how players develop first, and I also want to see how the upcoming draft class is because, again, if there isn't anyone that's really gonna make a difference on our team, then I might as well trade that pick. But we know for a fact from today that Pittsburgh is most likely going to use their first, second, and third round picks, and they have multiple thirds this year, so they might trade one of them, but we at least are going to use those first 3 picks this year. There have been no signs that they're going to do otherwise, so we're just going to roll with this, and then if we make any big trades, that'll be next season. So I will see you guys. I might see you guys in midseason. Okay, week 8 and 5-2. I didn't know what to expect. Wasn't that? And we even had a weekly award. Let's take a look at what our weekly award. We blew out the Jets. I just realized we had 2 weekly awards. Justin Fields and Joey had 3 interceptions. Holy crap. And Michael Penix Jr. continued to be a steal for the Commanders. Look at that in the second. I was giving them crap for not taking a quarterback, and it seems like they did the right thing. So I've never used the Falcons playbook for sim before. And okay, Justin Fields 11th in passing yards, 12th in passing touchdowns. I don't hate that. Najee is 1st in rushing yards and 4th in touchdowns. Okay, so it clearly benefits the running back. And then Pat is 7 receiving touchdowns. Is actually really good. So it does benefit the tight end more than anyone else. I wasn't expecting that. So 1,511. How many interceptions does Justin have? 4. Okay. I'd like him to get that down a little bit, but that's not horrible. Rushing, I'm curious what Justin has. Justin, only 160 yards. I was hoping it would be more than that. 5 touchdowns, though, is really insane. And Darnell Washington has 2 rushing touchdowns as our fullback. And receiving-wise, okay, so Adonai Mitchell is our second. George, not really, barely eking out Calvin Austin. But Fryer and Pat is our number one option. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. But hey, Adonai Mitchell is doing really, really good, so I'm really like what I'm seeing there. And then actually blocking, I never look at, but I'm going to this time. I want to see Jack Spires Johnson, 2 sacks. I don't hate that in 450 downs played. But Christian Jones, 6 sacks he's allowed the most, but he's our worst overall. So I'm gonna leave him there though. And then defensively, Patrick Queen has 51 solo tackles. That's insane. And also 2 interceptions. Joey has 4. He did have 3 in one game though, so that's, you know, we gotta take that. And then Alex Highsmith has a pick as well. Sacks wise, let's take a look. Really low numbers. But I guess it's kind of distributed across everybody. But 3.5 for TJ, I guess. And then I don't think many fumbles. That's not really. Yeah, Patrick Queen, Joey Porter. Okay, Patrick and Joey are having really good seasons. I mean, honestly, 5-2, I'm not going to change that much. I mean, if we fall off, then we fall off. Okay, well, we are going to now just simulate to the playoffs. If we don't make it, then that's... The Ravens are 6-0. Okay, so it's just us and the Ravens. We do have a shot to get a wild card here, so we're just going to go to the playoffs. Hopefully, we make it. Okay, 10-7, playing the Ravens. And, yep, I mean, our division was actually pretty competitive, except for the... that's the Browns. Okay, so we're the wild card. More weekly awards, though, and we lost. We lost a game and got weekly awards. Who was it? Patrick Queen has to be in the discussion for Defensive Player of the Year, looking at how his stats were, especially at the midseason. Before we do anything else, we are going to go look at stats real quick. So Justin Fields, 20th in passing yards. I don't like that. It's better than 21st, I guess. Najee, 3rd in rushing yards, 8th in 15 touchdowns is nuts. And then Adonai Mitchell is our leading receiver. Okay. Not a huge fan of the Falcons playbook. It's clearly good for running backs, but that's really it. I'm curious what Justin did on the ground. 400 yards. Would have liked at least like 800. He did have 7 touchdowns, though. Going into receiving, Adonai Mitchell, Pat was at 2nd. George Pickens was 600. That's just not good. 55 receptions. Yeah, I'm going to change the playbook if we don't win the Super Bowl this year. Adonai Mitchell, he's probably going to be in the running for Rookie of the Year, but I don't think he'll win it. And then let's go to defense. I'm going to skip over 100. Yeah, no, this dude is in the conversation for obviously best middle linebacker, but 139 is nuts. 3 picks as well. Joey ended up with 3 picks, how he was at midseason. Patrick Queen has 3 forced fumbles too. That's nuts. And then sacks wise, okay, 8.5, 7. It just evenly distributed through everybody. That's what it is no one's really going to stand out. And then taking a look at yearly awards, did we have anybody in the running for anything? Justin Fields was 10th in MVP. Pittsburgh will take that if that's what we get from Justin Fields this year. No coach of the year, though. Of course not. AFC-wise, no one for Offensive Player of the Year. No one for Defensive Player of the Year either. So Adonai Mitchell is at least going to win Offensive Rookie of the year for the AFC. So that's a dev trait upgrade no matter what. No. Okay, Adonai Mitchell was top 10 receiver and no Steelers. The Chiefs had 1, 2, 3 guys. That's insane. Defensive line, nobody. Great. Linebackers, TJ and Patrick. Patrick Queen's way too low. And then, wow, no Joey on here is pretty criminal. The Texans had 3 in a row. Jimmy Ward, Xavier Howard, Derek Stingley. That's okay. So some standouts, and most likely not going to win the Super Bowl this year, so we are going to have to get prepped for next season. But it's still a little early here. We are going to hop into this game against the Ravens. Okay, watching it live, we start with the ball. We come away with 3. Baltimore does put up 7, though. We have the ball, another. This is such a typical offense for Pittsburgh. Just field goal, field goal, field goal. Okay, we do get a touchdown, though, coming into half. And Baltimore returns the favor. Now they're up by 8. We need a touchdown. And we get the 2-point conversion. Okay. This is, wait. So 21-21. We have the ball. Okay, 2nd and 7. Just run the ball. They don't have any timeouts, right? Yeah, they don't have any timeouts. Just run the ball. Najee, do not fumble. Honestly, just go down. Just go. Yes, perfect. We're going to run the clock out and kick a game-winning field goal. Okay, this should be the last play before they kick a field goal. But also, knowing Madden, they love to just run the clock for no reason and then just go into overtime. So I wouldn't be mad if he scores a touchdown here. He doesn't. Please, God, just kick the field goal. Please kick a field goal. I'm so worried that this clock is going to run out. Okay, we called the timeout. I'll take that. We're on the 4-yard line. So this is a 21-yard field goal. So this is easy. This is the easiest field goal for Boz's career. Up. Good. Unless Lamar can complete a Hail Mary comeback here, he is not going to be able to beat the allegations of him not being able to win a game in the playoffs. And we got an interception too, so it just adds to the stats. Wasn't expecting us to win that game. I'm very curious what the stats are like here. I mean, because we did start with so many Justin Fields 148 yards. 148 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Okay, Najee had 108 on the ground and a touchdown. Justin had 38 on the ground and a touchdown as well. Okay, there's George Pickens, 62 yards. Calvin Austin, Adonai Mitchell. Wow, Adonai Mitchell and Pat Freiermuth, our two top guys, did not have a good game this year. This game. Oh wait, yeah, I totally forgot. I forgot to go look at like what the dev traits were for our rookies. So we have to go look right now. Sorry, total casual moment there. Totally forgot. It looks like, so Najee's still a superstar. Adonai Mitchell's only a star. That's fine. Powers Johnson is a star as well. He's up to an 80. Well, he's up to an 80 with morale. And then defensively, it looks like James, so he's up to a 77 with morale. So he's a 75 normally, which is actually really, really good. I will take that. Patrick Queen's up to a 90. TJ's a 99. This defense is progressing so well. Okay, 15-2. We are playing the 5th. Were we the last seed? Is that what we were? That's such a typical Pittsburgh thing to make it in as the 7th seed. Of course we did. It looks like, wow, the Chargers upset the Chiefs, and technically the Dolphins upset the Colts. So we have a 1-7-3-6 or 5-6, and we have a 1-6-2-4 here. So things are shaking up in both sides of the playoffs, but now we have to play a 15-2 Bills team. Okay, starting off, we start off with a really quick touchdown. Buffalo matches it, and we're marching down another field goal. We get the ball back. Buffalo has it. Now we have it. It's just back and forth. We get a field goal. We couldn't pull away there. Another touchdown. We didn't convert the 2-pointer, though. So it's still a pretty close game, and we won. That was... Wait, what? That was such an anticlimactic game. That was literally such an anticlimactic game. What happened in this game? It seemed like that was just the second quarter. Justin Fields... Wow, Josh Allen had 144 yards. Hold on. Wait, 144 yards and 1 touchdown. And then Justin Fields, okay, he didn't have a touchdown last game. He has 2 this one, 193 yards. I don't hate that. I'd like to get up a little bit. Najee was 71. George Pickens again, love it. Adonai Mitchell, he comes back. Connor Hayward, good for him. And then anything on the defensive side? Doesn't look like it. No. Oh, wait, yeah. Alex Highsmith had 3 sacks, and Keanu Benton had 1 of his own. That's insane. Okay, we're in the AFC Championship. How? Actually, how? This doesn't make any sense. And that means we have to play either the Dolphins or the Chargers. And I feel confident against either of those teams, considering the 2 teams we just beat. Ooh, Najee actually gets an upgrade. We're going to do this one manually. Power back. Up to a 94 overall with morale. 94 with morale is actually insane. Okay, well, so now I'm really curious who we're going to play. We went from the 7 seed to now the AFC Championship. So the Chargers, a 1 win better than us Chargers. And then taking a look at the bracket, who made it from the NFC? It is Lions, Seahawks. I really want the Lions to make it, just because I really like the Lions. And after what happened to them this year against San Fran, I would love to see them make it to the Super Bowl. So yeah, look at, we have a 6-7 in the AFC and a 4-6 in the NFC. Parity is at an all-time high in this version of the NFL, and I love it. Now, can we just please win this game? I can't believe I was expecting to be recording for like multiple hours, and it's only been like maybe an hour and a half so far, but okay, I'm not going to jinx anything, though. We're not going to jinx anything. Okay, Chargers start with the ball, but we get it back and score really fast. We get the ball back. 2 touchdowns right back to back. 3 touchdowns? It's 21-0. 28-0 before half. What? 31-0. Are we going to shut out the Chargers? 38-0. 38-3. I have not seen Pittsburgh put up 38 points in almost 5 years. And they just did it against Jim Hart. Oh, Japes is going to be so... My best friend Japes would definitely go to this game. And wow, 307 and 4 for Justin Fields. Taking a look at the stats, not a single interception. A perfect passer rating for Justin Fields. Going to rushing, 103 and 1 for Najee. Justin Fields didn't even have to use his legs. And then George Pickens with 84. I mean, Adonai Mitchell with the 104. Good for you, Rook. Okay, we're going to the Super Bowl. Actually makes no sense. We really haven't even done that much. We drafted. We didn't trade for anybody. Literally all we've done is draft and change the playbook and scheme. That's it. That's all we've done. This one last hurrah thing must be changing all of our players' lives because, oh, there's Cam Hayward. You guys made a heck of a run. So is this going to get like our team even more boosted? Potential retirement, 15 morale, plus 15 morale for our players. And look at this, we have a Super Bowl 40 rematch. Both teams are 10-7, but looking at us on paper, 85 offense against an 83, 91 defense against an 85, and an 87 overall against an 83. This should really be us here. I see upgrade players. Adonai Mitchell does get an upgrade. Is he superstar? Let's do deep threat for him. I don't really care about the upgrade. I just want to see which upgrade he got to. If it's superstar, X Factor, or just okay. So it's just superstar. That's okay. That means he didn't win offensive rookie of the year, but now we have abilities. I love this. And then let's go take a look at the rest of the roster, because sometimes people do develop even if they don't win awards. So looking at it, George doesn't get anything. Adonai, oh, Freiermuth, see, there we go. He's up to superstar, so that means he gets abilities. Oh, Minka actually regressed. Joey Porter is up to superstar now. Don't know why, but he definitely deserves it. Okay, the time has come. It is the Super Bowl. Let's see if we can actually do this in one season. Literally would not have expected this, especially being the 7 seed. I would not have expected us to, let alone make it to the Super Bowl. The fact that we had to play the Ravens, look at Justin Fields in the black and gold. He looks so good in the black and gold. Against Geno Smith is leading this team with Ken Walker and DK. So it's basically the exact same roster for the Seahawks too. Not much has changed. Okay, starting off, Pittsburgh has the ball, only get a field goal out of it. Seattle matches it. Buck gets a touchdown. They get the ball back, nothing with it. Heading into halftime, 10-3. No one can score. Oh, Seattle's looking like they're pulling away. Pittsburgh does get within a touchdown. Oh no, Seattle's going to do this. But honestly, looking like how this is going, yeah, Seattle's going to do it. So we don't win it. After all that, we get to the Super Bowl, but just not to win it. It's actually so upsetting because we blew out every team in the playoffs, but this is the one time we get blown out. Okay, let's take a look at the stats here. Passing-wise, Justin Fields, 220-1, so he didn't turn the ball over. Rushing, okay, so no touchdowns in the rushing game for Naj. And then receiving-wise, Adonai Mitchell led us. I think our defense maybe just, I don't know what happened in this game. Yeah, 2 sacks for our defense. No turnovers forced. You can't win a game without forcing at least a turnover. So, okay. I'm not going to lie. I was really hoping we would win this because then I would have to save for like another hour. But I'm actually really excited because now I get to do more. So, we've made it to the Super Bowl. Now we just have to win the Super Bowl. Okay. Before we hop into the rest, Michael Penix won Offensive Rookie of the Year. So I was clowning the Commanders for not taking a quarterback there, but that was actually the smartest thing they could have done. Now, no one could have seen Michael Penix fall into the second round, but that's actually crazy. And Josh Jacobs changed to the Packers, won Offensive Player of the Year. Good for him. And then Josh Allen gets his MVP, and Geno Smith is the Super Bowl MVP. Okay, let's hop into the next season. Okay, for free agency, our biggest needs are right tackle and anything on the defensive front. Not defensive tackle, but left end and right end. Everything else we're pretty set at. But yeah, so offensive line and defensive line are where we would like to upgrade. So that being said, let's take a look at who the free agents are here. Okay, Danielle Hunter, talk about going all in. Tyron Smith, talk about going all in. We don't need Foyce Aluakon. We could use Wyatt Teller, but we don't really need him. We don't need DeForest Buckner because we do have Keanu Benton. Okay, honestly, Danielle Hunter here and maybe Tyron Smith. Okay, we have $70 million in cap, so we can sign Danielle Hunter. I don't want to, it doesn't matter. This is our last year of this rebuild no matter what, so we have to go all in here. He values financials, so I'm gonna give you 13.5 with a 16. This is so much money. And then Tyron Smith. Okay, I know we drafted our right tackle, but if we're gonna go all in, we might as well go all in here. And again, we are the league favorite for the Super Bowl chase. Yeah, I'm giving you $10 million with an $11 million bonus. If that doesn't sign you, then I don't know what to do. And I know we've Keanu Benton, but do I just get DeForest Buckner because, he's a scheme fit too? Do we just say F it? I think we just say F it. I'm doing. Oh wait, we don't have money to say F it. Hold on. I can make this work. We just have to get his bonus. Okay. This will work. I don't think he's going to sign with us, but a man can dream. If we get all 3 of these guys, then it's such a win. We're the top offer for Danielle. We're the only offer for Tyron Smith. And we're the top offer for DeForest Buckner. Please, come on, let this happen. We didn't get Danielle? He went to Seattle? He went to the team that just beat us. Nah, okay, this is personal. Against Danielle now. Oh, that's crazy. We got DeForest Buckner, though. I actually can't believe that he went to the team that just beat us. I'm so mad about that. But I mean, honestly, DeForest Buckner and Tyron Smith is a huge win for us. Is there anybody else like defensive end wise? Because we could use an upgrade at defensive end. Okay, hear me out. We're gonna do something unorthodox. We're gonna sign Matthew Judon, or attempt to. And if he signs, we're gonna move him to left end. I don't hate that, honestly. So do we get, okay, we do get Matt. So that's huge. We're gonna hop into our lineup right now and just change everything up real quick. Okay, now looking at the updated offense, Tyron Smith at our left tackle, love it, moved broad to right. So the offensive line doesn't need to be touched. The offensive line is great. Wide receivers wise, with George Pickens and I Mitchell, I mean, maybe a wide receiver 3, but Calvin Austin's getting the job done. I'm gonna change our playbook this year just because our simulated stats were not good. But it's also like we were blowing teams out in the playoff. No, I'm gonna change it because we got blown out in that last one. And then defensively, DeForest Buckner added with Keanu Benton and Matthew Judon. I don't hate this. I think there's nothing really we can do in a free agency, so we're gonna move to the draft. And if there's no one in the draft, we will make a trade because this is our last season. Looking at our ranks from last season, honestly, our offense 14th in points, 21st in pass yards, but 4th in rush yards. And then defensively, 11th in defensive points per game. We love that. Our pass defense was really bad, but our rush, I wonder if losing Cam Hayward's going to affect us. Okay, let's start the draft. Let's see if we can get anything here. Okay, so round 1, pick 31. Is there anybody? There's this corner, and corner was our main scout for this year. Elite agility, elite jumping, good speed. I don't like that. A-man coverage, though. That's not bad. What's his zone? B? Okay. Not horrible. I mean, it's really going to be corner or defensive end. And doesn't have just defensive end here. So there's these guys, but they're available later. Oh no, these are bad. I mean, I like him with his A power move and his A tackle. But other than that, this is no bueno. Yo, wait, hold on. Zach Wall. 1, 2, 3, 4 elites and then great speed. This is someone I could move him. I mean, F power moves, so he doesn't really fit our scheme. Oh, and then there's this guy who has elite everything except for acceleration, and he has solid strength. A zone, yeah, D power moves. So he's very similar build to the last guy. Wait, this Matthew Way guy is projected 3rd to 4th? Oh no, I'm totally taking this dude in the 3rd round. Okay, so do I take Zach Wall here, or do I take that corner? How is this corner's tests here? Elite, okay. Here's the thing. The corner looks great, but we need pass rush. So I'm gonna take Zach Wall with this pick, I think. And then I think I'm gonna trade our 2nd and then draft the other guy with our 3rd round pick. Yep, that's what I'm doing. Zach Wall, please be hidden dev. He is hidden dev. I will take that. And we're gonna move him somewhere on the field where he can play. Now, I don't want to use our 2nd round pick because there's no one here that I love early. So we're gonna trade it. A 2nd won't be able to get us much, honestly, but an upgraded strong safety. I know we signed Deshaun Elliott this season before, the season right now in real life, but Jaquan Brisker for a 1-year rental, and it's an upgrade no matter what. It's still a scheme fit. I think this is a great deal, and they accept. Okay, now we have to hope that other guy is available with our 3rd round pick. We love trading with the Bears. I just realized that's another trade with the Bears, and that's just all Pittsburgh does apparently. So we're gonna go, and please tell me that that guy is still available. He was a left outside linebacker, I believe. Yes, I think. Did someone take him? You're joking. Oh, wait, was he a left end? I think he might have been a left end. Nope. He was an outside linebacker, and I don't need one. So, I played myself there. Okay, so after that, we have trade offers for Jalen. Of course, we trade offers for Jalen Warren, but nope, we are keeping on the team. Let's take a look at the draft recap. Not many picks to judge, honestly. So, 73. We did all. I was so hyped for a 73. And then the random guy we took in the 3rd round was 68 overall. I want to see, though, how good this draft class was. Okay, 79 was the best. And I want to see who took the other guy that I was super interested in. Okay, so the other linebacker that I liked did go a couple picks before us, and he was a 73 overall. So honestly, this is just a really deep class for the most part. Hello. But yeah, I mean, we should have just traded our 1st round pick after that. It was smart to trade our second, but I don't think this guy's gonna play Zach Wall. I don't think he's gonna touch the field much.
Oh, I did. Okay. Oh, wait. Hold on. I was just testing the waters. Didn't think they would actually accept that. But we just... Okay. First round pick for Jeffrey Simmons. Okay, so with adding Jeffrey... You have 2 upgrades too, so you're not even 89. You're a 91, basically. Hold on. 90. And let's do one more upgrade. And we will get you up to a 91 overall. This is actually huge. We just traded... Awesome. Honestly, I will take that. We did sacrifice a first round pick next year, but I really don't care. We are in win now mode. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I'm not going to touch the offensive line. Maybe a wide receiver 3, but I'm not going to really prioritize it. And then again, maybe another corner that could help us out, like especially a slot corner, but the defensive front has already been upgraded. Zach Wall, I think I'm going to flip him for a corner, maybe a pick as well. Okay, so we don't need like a cornerback 1. We just need depth there. And there is interest in Zach Wall, so I don't want to just give up a pick without having to. See, yeah, if I would have thrown a pick there, it would have been way too expensive. So we're gonna throw in Zach Wall and then a 6, a 7, and a 7. I don't think that's gonna be enough. Barely not enough. That's okay. That's what other picks are for. I will toss you guys a 5 the year after, and give me Michael Carter. Booyah! Did I just say booyah? That was. Okay.
And then you know what? I think we do go get a wide receiver. Because you can see Van Jefferson's our slot guy, and Calvin Austin is our wide receiver 3. If we can just get... But I want to put Adonai Mitchell in the slot. So we will evaluate the midseason, I think. I think those 2 trades for Jeffrey Simmons and Michael Carter II are splashy enough, and we gave up a first and the rookie we just drafted. And we also added Jaquan Brisker while in the draft. So, I mean, like, look at this defense. We have 1 normal dev, and that's Cole Holcomb as an 84 overall. And on the offense, we have 2 technically because of fullback, but we really only have 1 normal dev. So yeah, I'm gonna simulate to the mid-season. Do I? Yeah, we're gonna simulate to mid-season, and if we need to make trades, we'll make trades, and if not, we will just go all the way to the playoffs. I forgot that we have to change the playbook. I kind of want to do Dallas because they do still use the running back. Kansas City doesn't use running back that much. There are occasional times like Isaiah Pacheco will have good seasons, but this one, it utilizes the tight end, which is arguably our best weapon right now besides George Pickens, and then also slot wide receiver. And then we're gonna stick with West Coast spread. Okay, so our playbook has changed to Dallas, and with Adonai Mitchell in at slot wide receiver, I'm also gonna move him. This is gonna seem weird. I'm gonna move him to wide receiver 3. Because for some reason, wide receiver 3s perform really well in the Dallas playbook. And with him at the slot, he's still going to get snaps. George is our 1. Adonai is our slot and our 3. Okay, now we can go to the midseason. Okay, 4-2 at midseason. I think that's what we were last time, right? And I mean, our division 6-1, 5-2, 4-2, 4-3. So we really have to get this stretch going. Let's take a look at the stats. We did change to the Cowboys playbook. And how did Justin get worse with the Cowboys playbook? 8 touchdowns, dude? We might have to change to the Chiefs playbook. 5. Wow, our offense is just not good. Adonai Mitchell, though, and George Pickens. See, I told you, the wide receiver 3 things are a real thing. But, yeah, our offense is just not doing anything. Patrick Queen, of course. Jaquan Brisker, low-key, doing really good tackle-wise. Sack numbers, 7 for TJ. And then... interceptions, 3 for Minka, 2 for Joey, 1 for Patrick. Okay, I think I'm changing our playbook to the Chiefs. The Cowboys is usually so reliable, but no, desperate time. I mean, we are winning. What are our stats like? Hold on. Oh wait, we're 4th in points per game. That makes no sense. And we're 6th in defensive points per game. Okay, so I mean, it's working. Our offense is ranked 23rd, though. Okay, so our points per game is high, but our offense is not. Okay, so it looks like our offense is only scoring a lot of points because our defense is making stands. So I am going to switch our playbook. The playbook has changed, and we're actually going to move Adonai Mitchell back to wide receiver 2. Make sure he's still in the slot. He is. Okay, cool. Okay, I don't know. I do not know, you guys. We're just going to sim to the end of the regular season. We should at least make the playoffs. We are 4-2 right now with the 4th best offense that's about to get better, in my opinion, and a really good defense. This should hold, and we should at least be a wild card. We have a 95 defense. I just noticed that, you guys. 91 overall, but a 95 defense. Yeah, no, we are making the playoffs. I'll see you guys in the playoffs. Holy crap, did we miss the playoffs at 11-6? Okay, hold on. We all went 11-6. Okay, so we missed. Oh my God, this is actually hurting my brain. How every team from our division made the playoffs but us. This is a joke. So the entire I'm actually boggled right now. This is what? So we were just ass against our division. We were 1 win away in the division. Okay, so we didn't make the playoffs. We went from Super Bowl to not even making the playoffs. So we're 4-2 at the mid-season. We only lost 4 games. And Justin Fields had 4,000 passing yards. Things actually turned around. And Najee finished with 1,519. No. This is actually crazy. Adonai Mitchell and George Pickens both got over 1,000. 11-7. I'm actually at a loss for words right now. Patrick Queen, I mean, he had a lot less tackles this season. Sacks-wise, TJ, we had 2 guys with 17 sacks and another with 13, and we didn't make the playoffs. We had 2 guys with 400. This is, you guys, you cannot make this up. I'm actually so confused. If I go into yearly awards and see we're in any of these, Najee Harris was in the running for Offensive Player of the Year. Okay, TJ with 17 sacks got beat up by Myles Garrett, just like this year. But we had 2 guys running for Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie, we didn't even have anybody, so we're gonna skip that. Justin Fields was in the running for Best Quarterback. Najee was 3rd in running back. We had Adonai Mitchell here for wide receiver. We had 2 guys for Best Offensive Line. That never happens. DeForest Buckner was Best D-Line. TJ won Best Linebacker. Best DB. No one, actually. That's actually... I did not expect that. But wait, were we in Coach of the Year considerations? Anything? Do you guys want to give us anything here? No. We were number 10. Okay. I'm at a loss. Usually I wouldn't keep this in. I'd just leave it at us losing the Super Bowl and be like, all right, I'll see you guys next time. But we missed the Super Bowl at 11-6. Our offense was number 2, and our defense was number 1. Our defense was number 1, and we missed the playoffs. Look at this lineup, you guys. This doesn't make sense. I am at a loss. I've rebuilt so many teams. I've never had a team this good not even make the playoffs. Not just get like upset in the playoffs, not make the playoffs. Wow. Well, in 2 years with this Justin Fields rebuild, we were able to get to a Super Bowl, and we won more than 10 games both times. I mean, we won 10 games last season, but okay. Don't know what to say, but we're just gonna end the rebuild here, I guess. So, I mean, okay, as stupid as that was and frustrating there at the last, 30 seconds in that home stretch, this was a lot of fun. And if you guys want me to do any more rebuilds, let me know. There's so many intriguing things in this offseason, whether it's going to be rebuilding the Bears with Caleb Williams or the Commanders with whoever they take, whether it be Jay McDaniels or Drake May or apparently Michael Penix in the 2nd round. But yeah, or the Patriots with their picks as well. There's so many options that we can do for rebuilds, and it's going to be a long offseason. I already know it. So what you guys want to see, please let me know. Drop a like on this if you guys want to see more. I do miss Madden videos. Obviously this is a change up. This is a longer type of video, and the cat is getting anxious, so I think it's a perfect time to wrap this up. But yeah, drop a like if you guys like this, and also leave a comment if you guys want to see any other type of rebuilds. I'd love to do it. And also make sure to check out the Mega Casual podcast with me and my boy Zach. Anyways, thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys next video.